But Scott can't be expected to outshine his excellent dad. The bridesmaids, all of you, look fantastic, of course. But if you think of trying your luck later on in an interview with them, remember Luis Suarez. You might get a nibble, but there'll be a hell to pay afterwards. Penultimately, let's thank Alicia's mum and nan for always supporting her, as was said earlier on in another speech. And the happy couple's friends from the good old US of A.
Way.
And now, we get to the toast. And I don't want to keep the happy couple any longer than have to, because I know they're itching to go upstairs, outside, and put their things together. Okay? Okay. So now please charge your glasses and be upstanding the toast to the pre-bridesmaids and the beautiful flower girl. You've done it all fabulous. Bridesmaids and flower girl. Now, although that's the main speech from me, there are a few things on here that you can take a seat that I just want to run past you as well. This first one is to do with, and it's brief, it's not going to take a long time, okay? But I know this ends at 10 o'clock tonight, so it could be here for a long time. This is to do with Alicia, okay? Alicia is into her horse riding and country life stuff. She had horses when she was growing up and loves them to bits. She was approached to be a model, at about age 14 in Oxford Street by a select model agency. She never pursued this because she was too tall. How's that? Alicia loves her food. The first thing she pretty much talks about at the start of the day is her food. Even if she's just eaten, she'll be talking, describing in detail about her next meal. She's super organised, always packs loads for any trip, loves the phrase, just in case. This carries moral significance as the suitcase goes on the airport scales and Scott starts to ponder the excess baggage fees. She's not keen on football, puts up with it when it's on TV, especially Liverpool losing. She likes survival and has an unhealthy interest in Bear Grylls. Watch out, Scott. She likes action, adrenaline stuff, and will consider most options: rock climbing, canoeing, paintballing, and tiddlywinks. And that's where she first found Scott, on, what was it, uniformdating.com? Yeah, uniformdating.com. I think she was pretending to be a nurse, looking for a police officer. Okay. She loves travelling and hates being late, quite the opposite to Scott. Yeah, yes, right, every day. Alicia loves anything spooky, ghosts, aliens. She loves shows such as Most Haunted and any well-produced horror films such as Traffic Cops. Alicia has lots of patience and resilience, loads of it. She's a very determined girl who tries to complete tasks on her own. Shh. Another one. This is where you have to ad-lib now. Okay, hello, sweetie. Hello. Lastly, she and Scott have organised all of this alone. Because of all the above, I welcome her into the Albert clan with all my love as well. And here's some just bits and pieces about Scott. Actually, pieces rather than bits. I thought I'd tell you some stories, very brief ones, about Scott. Scott loves to be called Maverick. He does. Because his favourite film character from Top Gun thinks he's Tom Cruise. I have to say that it's not the only common thing he has with Tom Cruise. Was when Cruise was married to Nicole Kidman, he wore raised shoes to compensate for his height. Since being with Alicia, it's something Scott has come accustomed to do all the time. He's so inspired by Top Gun, he's always eager to fly. When in Vegas, he was so excited to do the Grand Canyon trip by helicopter. On the return journey, he sat behind the pilot, mimicking a fly in the helicopter. He could not contain his excitement so much he proceeded to vomit over the pilot in front of him, causing the fellow 6 passengers to join him in the vomit, so it's going absolutely everywhere. Single man. As a single man, Scott, well, only about 2 hours ago, Scott was single, not now, okay, was very engaging and talkative when it came to the opposite sex. While at a nightclub dancing with a lady and whispering in her ear, he was baffled by her non-response and was then approached by the girl's friend and revealed to him, "It's no good speaking to my friend, she's over 60 and deaf." Okay. Scott's love of Omega watches, you know, he watches these giant watches on there, okay? And when he was attempting to buy a Seamaster watch, he motioned himself to get the best deal, and after 2.5 hours of negotiating, real haggling, the seller by now had become very red and stressed and drained, and finally gave in, either that or had a heart attack. Scott got the deal he wanted at the price he wanted, and when the price was given, instead of being overjoyed and saying, "God, I've got kind of like 50-60% off the price," he suddenly became very pale and commented, "I haven't got any money to pay for it." So one of his friends, called Stephen Jeffrey, make yourself known, yeah,
Well done, mate.
stepped in and actually coughed up for him. Okay, well done. And now we've just got a few emails and texts that have come in to them, which I'll just read to you. This is from South Africa. You notice the way I said that, South Africa. Can they talk like that out there? "Congratulations to the beautiful bride and groom. Today is the beginning of a new adventure, an adventure that you will travel together. May it be filled with many memorable moments, joy and happiness. And every morning that you wake up, may you fall in love with each other all over again."
Yes.
To Scott, "Something my mother said at my wedding," this is from South Africa, it's from his cousin, "Remember, a happy wife is a happy life." That's all I love. Ray, Nicholas and Tabitha, your cousin from South Africa. Got a text message for those of you that are in MP, Metropolitan Police, to you USA guys. And it comes from a gentleman here who's head of the Metropolitan Police, Sir Bernard Hogan Howell. He's the commissioner. And the text says, "Scott, please stop claiming all that overtime. I need it before you. Best to you and Alicia." And a text message from the manager of the club that he loves, which is Liverpool Football Club. It comes from the manager there, Brendan Rodgers. "The vacancy of striker is still available if you want it. Best wishes in your marriage." From the bottom of my heart, and I really mean this, and I'm almost in tears now, I wish both of them the love that we've had for 41 years. And if their marriage can be as good as ours over that period, then it would be great.
Yes.
Stand up and please give them a great cheer. Please, here we've got one more speech, just one. Okay. And this is, I must say before, this is from one of Scott's pals within the Met, Metropolitan Police. All right, great guy. Please put your hands together for one of Scott's great pals who's going to give a marvellous speech. Yeah. Come up here. Come on, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, how do I follow Albert Senior and Albert Junior? Alicia asked me to say a few words today, basically about when she came into Scott's life and the changes that have come in towards Scott. Biggest thing we noticed was his dress sense. He probably, since he met Alicia, he's been really modernised himself. He's gone one step further. Everyone on Facebook with Scott, quite a few of you, you've seen the recent photographs of him wearing leather hot pants and ladies' clothing. I'll give that was less. Quite a few improvements in his life Alicia's made. His driving. Has anyone sat beside Scott when he's driving?
Yes.
It is terrible. It is awful. Scott picked us up from Gatwick Airport one time. He forgot where he parked the car. It took us 25 minutes to find his car. Another time, he had my Land Rover. and he parked it, unfortunately, on the top of Gatwick Airport. By the time he came down, that spiral thing, my exit ticket had run out. It was that bad. So now Alicia drives everywhere. Am I right?
That means I can drink.
One thing I was very surprised, especially our American colleagues there and friends, Scott got a ticket for speeding. Was that true? You aware of that? Finally, Scott got a ticket for speeding. I just cannot believe that. One main thing I remember about Scott, when he lived in his flat in Sidcup, was his kitchen, his cupboards and his fridge. They were bare. He had a habit of keeping food well past its sell-by date, and I mean well past its sell-by date. He offered me Pringles one time that were 3 years out of date. I'm still suffering from that. I won't touch a Pringle in my life. Other big thing Alicia's brought to his life is modern music. Have you ever seen Scott's CD collection? The best of Wham features a lot in it. I'm glad to see your brides nodding. No, on a serious note, my wife Jill and I have known Scott for many, many years. They're very, very good close friends to us and big supporters of, we work in a charity in London and they support our charity every year, come to our Battersea Ball and they look after a lot of people. So that's all I'm going to say. But no, it's not. No, it's not. I've got one thing here. Basically, when she says you're wrong, she's right. Okay? I'll leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Listen, that's the speeches, so you can now relax at last. And really on behalf of these guys up here, you know, who put so much work into actually doing all themselves, let's just give them one more big round of applause. Stand up, give them a big cheer. Scott and Alicia!